My name is Edward Ryan, but everyone calls me Ed. I'm originally from Brooklyn, but I live in White Plains, New York now. I've been at Bluedata since August 2013. Right now I'm subbing for different teachers, but I'll be returning to take on my own class on February 24th. I really like teaching at Bluedata. Um, I love the international character of the students. You know, they come from all over the world. I've learned so much about different cultures and different languages that I didn't know before. I've really gotten to know very interesting personalities. It's always amazing to hear about what students did in their countries, you know, their professions and jobs. And I have to say that I have the greatest admiration and respect for the students because of the courage it takes to come and live in a new culture and learn a new language. I know it's not easy. I spent 30 years in the publishing industry. I was a promotion and marketing manager. I edited promotional materials for books and wrote advertising copy. I also worked as a product manager by selecting the markets that different books were aimed at, and I created the promotional materials, you know, to send to the different professional groups. My area was academic publishing, mostly in the sciences, biology, chemistry, and physics. So it was a great career. I really enjoyed it. I got to travel all around the United States, attending professional meetings and scholarly conferences. Um, but I'm very happy to be an ESL teacher now. It's my second career. I decided to go to acting school when I turned 50 years old. It's something that I had always thought about, and I decided when I turned 50 that I was going to do something different. So I was working in publishing at the time, and I enrolled in the American Academy of Dramatic Arts. They had a program for adults, and it was a wonderful experience for me. I've also taken classes at another acting school, and I studied with a professional actor. Um, I have been in a number of off and off Broadway plays. I've acted in some independent films and student films. It's something that I really enjoy doing. I guess I have to say, up to now, it's been more of a hobby than it's been, you know, a way to make a living. Uh, but acting has also helped me, I think, in teaching because you have to engage the student's interest. When you're an actor on stage, you have to act in such a way that you can persuade the audience and entertain them and, you know, convince them of the power of the story that you're telling. And I think that's very similar to what a teacher has to do. You know, a teacher has to engage the interest of students and, you know, persuade them about the importance and the meaning of learning a new language. And also, I guess in a way you have to entertain because, teaching grammar can be a challenge. Grammar by itself can be a little boring, I admit. But if you can make it interesting, if you can bring it into the daily lives of the students by showing them how they can use it, it makes the learning process so much more interesting and beneficial.
Your story inspired me a lot, Ed. I didn't know you went to acting school at the age of 50. That's really encouraging.
Thank
You
you.
know?
Thank you.
Yeah, because I'm also thinking going back to school, to design school, and I was being so hesitant because of my age. But age doesn't matter, right?
No, I encourage you to go back to design school. It's never too late. Um, it takes great courage, to follow your dream. And I think that it's what makes life worth living, and it gives great meaning to life when you're doing something that you really love and that engages your whole person. So it's never too late. I think nowadays age has become less and less of a barrier uh, to people uh, who want to do something. I think society applauds people who decide to embark on a certain course at a later time in life. So I encourage you to go back to design school. It will be worth it.
Listening to your stories inspired me a lot. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Ed. Um, I am especially gratified, to know that something that I did or said, or something I will do or say, will inspire or encourage a student, not only to learn, but to feel better about living in the United States. As I mentioned earlier, it takes great courage to move to another country where the culture is different and the language spoken is not your first language. So I think you have to be very proud of yourselves and give yourselves a lot of credit for having the strength and the spirit of adventure to come here. I like to tell students that they need to be very patient with themselves, that learning a second language as an adult is not easy, and it takes time. And the most important quality that you need is to be unafraid. Uh, Speak and don't be, or try not to be self conscious about how you sound or whether your grammar is 100% correct. That's really not the goal. The goal is to be understood, to be able to communicate what you need to say, uh, and even English speakers, they don't speak in correct grammar in everyday conversation, And perhaps you've had this same experience, with your own language. Um, the important thing is to decide, what do you need English for? Is it just, to, uh, you know, get around New York City and go shopping and go uh, out to dinner, and Do you need the basic fundamentals of English? Then it's fine. You don't have to focus so much on, you know, uh, the more advanced topics. And of course, if you're planning to live in the United States and work here or go to a university, then your goals for learning English are necessarily different. So then you have to really focus on the grammar rules and writing and gaining a lot of experience with listening to native speakers. So I guess in a nutshell, I would like my students to, or I would encourage them to be adventurous in speaking, not to be afraid, to experiment with the English language, to do as much listening and speaking to native speakers as you can, to watch television, find an American TV show that you like and watch it every week. And you'll be surprised at how much you will absorb just by looking at TV. And the best thing about looking at a television program is that you're going to hear people speak and act at the same time. So even if you don't understand 100% everything that they're saying, you will learn so much just through absorbing the language and seeing their actions and how they connect to what they're saying. So be unafraid, be adventurous, be open in your speaking, watch American TV and see American movies and listen to American music, and you'll be very surprised. The amount of learning that you'll achieve will be really impressive. So I wish everyone the best of luck in their studies and many blessings in all the things you do in life.